Thinking of investing in industrial property? Investing in industrial property in Malaysia in 2025 offers some of the most exciting opportunities thanks to the rise of digitalization, e-commerce, and supply chain diversification. But it is not without its pitfall. And here's the truth. Making the wrong move in this game can cost you millions in lost rentals, vacant properties, or bad tenants. Quick questions to kick things off. Have you ever come across an industrial deal that looked great on paper but later turned out to be a headache? Let me know in the comments below. Today, we are diving into the top 10 mistakes industrial property investors must avoid in Malaysia, especially in 2025 and beyond. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Ignoring macroeconomic and global trade headwinds. Many investors assume industrial demand will always be strong, but that is dangerous thinking. A global recession, trade war, or sudden foreign direct investment shift can dry up tenants' demand overnight. Example, during the height of US-China trade war, many multinational companies adopted a wait-and-see approach before committing to major new factories in Southeast Asia. However, in strong-performing zones like Baldo Industrial Park, demand actually held up with tenants renewing leases at higher rates and even expanding their footprint. So while global headwinds affect timing, areas with real demand drivers stay resilient. Lesson: track global trade dynamics, foreign direct investment flows, and how resilient your chosen industry is. For example, logistic properties often stay strong while E&E manufacturing demand may fluctuate more with global cycles. Don't assume every location reacts the same way. Mistake number 2. Underestimating location and connectivity. Don't buy just because price is cheap. Industrial properties are logistic assets. Tenants care more about trucks, ports, and highways, not your per square foot deal. Example, a buyer grabbed land in Nibong Tebal at a good price, but the nearest highway access was more than 30 minutes away. The tenant pulled out due to high logistic costs. Lesson: prioritize access to highways, ports, and labor. Batu Kawan isn't booming by accident. It is connected. Mistake number 3. Neglecting tenant quality and lease structure. Many new investors get excited by the building and forget to vet the tenant. That's a rookie move. Example, one investor secured a tenant in Bukit Minyak without checking their financials. 3 months in, rent was late, and by month 6, the unit was empty again. Lesson: look for tenants with stable cash flow, long operating histories, and lock in longer leases with clear escalation clauses. Mistake number 4. Overlooking regulatory, zoning, and environmental compliance. Industrial properties comes with serious legal strings. Zoning, permits, environmental regulations. Ignore this at your own perils. Example, a buyer in Kulim learned too late that the land was ex-agricultural and still had contamination from a previous paint factory. Remediation costs over RM150,000. Lesson: if you are looking to buy industrial land, whether it is zoned for agriculture now or already for development, you need to do your legal due diligence by appointing a lawyer and approach Department of Environmental, or in short DOE, to do environmental due diligence. Get an environmental site assessment, or in short ESA, if the land was previously used. Mistake number 5. Buying outdated properties that aren't future-proof. Tenants in 2025 want high ceilings, heavy floor loading, and smart warehousing, and they will pay for it. If your property can support it, you will get left behind. Example, an investor bought an old factory in Mandin with only 5 meters ceiling height and less than 1 ton floor loading. It sat empty for 9 months while nearby modern units get rented out. Lessons: prioritize specs like 9 to 12 meter height, especially for warehousing or logistic use, or minimum 1 ton loading is required for light industrial use, 2 tons loading for modern warehousing, logistics, and general manufacturing use, which is most common demand, and 3 to 5 ton loading for heavy industrial use and automation potential. Things 5 years ahead, not backward. By the way, would you rent or buy a factory with outdated specs just because the price is attractive? Or would you pass and wait for a modern build? Drop your thoughts below. I would love to see how you think as an investor and business owner. Mistake number 6. Not checking master zoning. Not all industrial land is equal. M1, M2, M3, they all matters. M1 refers to light industrial zone, M2 refers to medium industrial zone, and M3 refers to heavy industrial zone. Your future tenant might not even be allowed to operate there. Example, a buyer got a deal in Bukit Tengah under M1 zoning, but their interested tenant ran a heavy metalwork operation and got rejected by local council. Lessons? Always check zoning before buying. Light versus heavy industry restrictions can kill a deal fast. While nowadays you can easily check the land zoning online, it is always best to engage a lawyer to confirm the zoning's validity, understand its implications, and protect your interests in the purchase process. They are an indispensable part of comprehensive due diligence. Mistake number 7. Buying in areas without infrastructure. RM28 per square foot might sound great until you realize the roads is a gravel path and there's no three-phase power and it floods during monsoon. Example, a buyer purchased 2 acres of land deep inside the rural part of Sungai Jawi, thinking development would catch up soon. But after 2 years, the site remained vacant because the internal road wasn't JKR certified and tenants couldn't move in their 40-foot containers. Internet fibers was available in the area, but road access and flood risk made the land commercially unattractive. Lesson? It is not just the town, it's the exact plot. Always visit the site and verify infrastructure, road width, drainage, fiber readiness, and utility capacity before you commit. Mistake number 8. Ignoring demand drivers. Don't buy in areas with no economic catalyst. Tenants go where factories clusters, FDI flows, and infrastructure supports growth. Example, take Plow Industrial Park for instance. It is next to Batu Kawan and has seen rising demand from logistic and light manufacturing players. In fact, the Plow Logistic Hub was recently acquired fully tenanted, showing real institutional interest and 100% occupancy. Lesson? Instead of speculating, follow the signals. Anchor tenants, neighbor MNCs, and FDI activities. These are strong indicators of rental demands and long-term appreciation. Mistake number 9. No clear exit or rental strategy. If your plan is to flip in 6 months, stop right there. Industrial property doesn't work like that. It is long-term. Example, here's the reality in Batu Kawan. The new APAC Batu Kawan launched by Enquiries in March 2024 has hit 90% take-up rate in the first phase, a strong signal that buyers and tenants are there if you play it smart. Alternatively, Golden Gateway, another Batu Kawan industrial project, reached 75% occupancy since 2018. Lesson? Industrial demand is real, especially in the right location like Batu Kawan. But if you don't understand your exit timeline, whether you are leasing, flipping, or land banking, without the right planning and buffer, you risk being stuck holding the bag. Mistake number 10. Overlooking developer and title issues. Some developers promise the moon but give you a 3-year delay, high maintenance fees, and restrictions you never saw coming. Example, one buyer in Penang Science Park got a rude surprise after signing the SPA. He learned that since he had never operated the factory, PDC would charge him a 10% consent fee on any rental income. Lesson? This is a real policy, confirmed by PDC. If you plan to rent out the property without operating it for at least 12 months, budget in this 10% cost and always clarify consent fees terms before signing your SPA. Avoid these mistakes and you will outperform 90% of investors. Industrial property in Malaysia is booming, but only if you play it smart. These 10 mistakes are avoidable, but only if you are informed. Have you faced any of these issues before or seen someone fall into this trap? Let me know in the comments below. I have come to the end of my sharing today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-world insights on investing in industrial property in Penang and beyond. Stay smart, stay strategic, and let's build your investment mindset brick by brick. Bye, and I shall see you again in my next video.